DC Comics has changed its mind in allowing a man to create a sculpture of a 5-year-old boy who died as a result of severe neglect. Now, the 5-year-old is Jeffrey Baldwin, and he died because his grandparents neglected him and his 3 siblings. And so back in 2002, at the age of 5, he died when he weighed 21 pounds. Now, the reason why DC Comics is involved is because the sculpture would include him wearing the Superman logo because he was a huge fan of Superman. Originally, DC Comics said, no, we can't allow you to do that. There have been many requests made in the past, and we always have to say no. But as you could understand, there was a considerable amount of backlash, and today they have changed their mind.
Now, this is a bit of a serious story for me to do. I told you, but that's not going to stop me. Let's take a look at what certain hosts might have said just yesterday on the program. Such an unbelievably stupid decision. My guess is after they take enough heat for it, they'll say, "No, of course, we meant of course he could be on there, sure, right."
I would be shocked if after all of this negative attention that they've gotten, they don't, change their decision. I'd be stunned.
Right. So we'll do a follow-up tomorrow when they do, and they say, "Oh, yeah, of course, we were on his side all along, sure." And here we are doing a follow-up tomorrow. It would be today. And yes, they have changed their minds, and yes, they say he can wear the Superman. Of course. But I gotta say, this is one of the weakest told yous ever, because it was super obvious.
What I don't understand...
Superman obvious?
Ugh, you're the worst. Okay,
sorry.
What I don't understand is how such a huge company like DC Entertainment wouldn't see it coming, wouldn't see that there would be this type of backlash. You're talking about a 5-year-old who is a huge Superman fan who died so tragically, and they want to remember him by creating this statue, right? Like, how is that going to hurt DC Entertainment in any way, shape, or form? You have to use human judgment. In this case, I think it was like a zero tolerance policy where they want to say no to everyone, right? In fact, the original statement that they released was, "For a variety of legal reasons, we are not able to accede to the request, nor many other incredibly worthy projects that come to our attention." This is not a project. This is a good deed. Do a good deed as a company that's very, very popular, that has a huge following.
I hope that next time when any company is considering this, they're like, let's not wait till Jenks told you segment to make a change. Let's just go ahead and make the change right away.
Yeah.
Okay. Just be a human, man. That's been our ongoing advice for a long time. Instead of being like, that is the rule, we will enforce that rule no matter what the situation. Be a human. And you realize, of course, after a day of brand damage and possibly lost profits, oh, right, we meant to use human judgment. Right, sure he can do it.
There was that one point you pointed out, Anna, where they said they couldn't do certain things because of the legal and all that. Their hands are tied. There's a lot of language about hands being tied, but suddenly the hands are untied when they don't need them to be tied anymore, which means the hands were never tied. They just go, this is what we're going to go to when we don't want to deal with this. When in reality, your hands are never tied. They can always change something. There's always somebody, when you call your cable company and say, my fucking HBO isn't working, this sucks, I'm canceling. We'll give you three free months if you want those. And then suddenly they can do that. But in the other circumstance, they can't do anything. Oh, my hands are tied, I can't do anything. They can do anything they want.
Do anything. The only time that they can do anything is when all of a sudden they're facing a PR nightmare. And that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah, no, JR, you're wrong. Everybody at DC Comics has been arrested today. It was a legal issue. There was nothing they could do. It turns out they were right. Since it was a legal issue, they're all in jail right now for allowing them to use the Superman logo. All right, go ahead, Mr. Lawyer, Mr. Pro-Corporate America. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am. Look, you guys are totally right, but the reality is that, especially with these trademarks, they have to protect it. So if they allow anyone to just use it without some sort of some sort of special authorization, then what happens is they lose the right to their trademark. So
I know, but they asked for authorization.
I understand. Right. So what they did was they said no, because that's what they do, because they get requests all the time. They should have looked into it. That's the problem, right? It was more laziness, but to be fair to them, I don't know how many requests they get. Do they get thousands a day? If so, I could see why they would have this policy. If they get 2 a month, look, then do your job and look into it. But they do have to say no for the most part. Otherwise, if they keep saying yes to everyone, then they lose their trademark.
Yeah, I know. That's why I say use human judgment. Look, I saw yesterday on Facebook, I think it was Jordan French, longtime viewer, put TYT ARC on his Arkansas license plate. Steve's coming after you, okay? We didn't authorize that, and our hands were tied. There will be legal repercussions for your actions.
Are we going to lose our trademark?
I hope not. Yes, Superman was not going to lose their trademark over this, and I hope that we would have made a similar decision. And by the way, I'm not anti-corporations. I know it comes off that way sometimes when I get angry that the government and corporations are merging, and corporations are taking over we're a corporation. TYT is an LLC. Okay, it's a limited liability corporation. So it's knuckleheaded to be against all rich, all corporations. We just don't want corporations taking over the government, right? And we want them to make legitimate decisions, and we want them to have the right incentives, right? So, and that's why we talk about it, and just being reasonable about how to conduct business.